Welcome to OZTV. Here we talk about everything that you need to know. We talk about family, we talk about relationships, we talk about children, homes. We talk about virtually everything. So I want you to subscribe, like, comment, click on the notification bell for more videos coming up, and watch out for a new show coming up called Spit It All. Thank you. Everyone, welcome to OZTV, and today on Spit It All, we'll be talking about depression. Okay? And with me in the house, I have Wando Balaso. You're welcome. Thank you. I have Faye Gold. You're welcome. Thank you. I have a counselor, Joy Uzoho. You're welcome. And also with me in the house, I have Mr. Christian Onelom. Okay, you're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about depression. Okay, so please, Miss Faye, what is depression?
Depression could be said to be a change in the brain. This factor could be biological, it could be psychological, it could be social distress. This change results in the way you feel. It has to do with your emotion. It causes anxiety, it causes depression, it causes sadness, it causes unhappiness. It's a persistent sadness that you feel. The way you relate to people, like it's your emotion, you feel like self-worthlessness, you don't feel the ability to live, you don't feel the ability to do so many things. So it's a change, and depression could be termed in so many ways. The biological one could be resulting to hereditary.
Okay.
The psychological one could be resulting to be with your environment. The social distress could be things around you and the life you're living. Maybe that has to do with your status, your poverty, your background, and things like that. So it's a very extensive, big things, and it's just where you relate, your way of relating. And depression is so big that you could get depression at any time. It's a mood disorder. It's a mood disorder. Depression is not something physical that you could see. It's a psychological thing. It has to do with yourself. And some people are even depressed, they don't even know it. When they say somebody is depressed, they expect to see the person just sitting down and you're isolated. No, it doesn't work like that. You might be walking on the streets and you're fine, you have your daily routine, and you're still depressed. You're still depressed, but people don't know it. So when they say somebody is depressed, they expect, oh, he's depressed is a big thing. It's not something you see. It has to do with your state of mind,
So what?
Your person.
Okay. So what exactly causes depression on people?
Okay. Depression has to do a lot of things. If there are some people that I would say depression is like hereditary for them.
Okay.
If you see some family, you feel that most of them are depressed. It's likely the child might be depressed or somebody in the family might be depressed. The other one is maybe your social status. Some people are not happy with the life they live. They are not happy with the life they live. They might be depressed, but you don't know. Some people feel maybe they're not getting enough attention from their peer group. They might be depressed. So a lot of things causes depression. Economic-wise, some people might be depressed, even through economy.
Sure.
Through the economy, some people might be depressed. And it's something that just creeps on you. You don't even know it, that person is depressed. So many factors causes this thing.
Yeah, there's this video I watched online about a young guy that was doing a video. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Is it?
I think that's his name, yeah. I believe he was depressed at the point when he made that video.
Sure.
And in children these days, apart from adults, depression is like it cuts across adult, children.
Yeah.
And I keep wondering, how can a child be depressed at that early,
What exactly is it thinking
Yeah,
about?
what is it?
That
Trigger such.
That's the sweet thing. That's the sweet thing. You see, depression comes from even peer pressure. If you notice, you go to some teenagers, lots of teenagers have depression, but they don't know. Do you know symptoms in teenagers for depression? Maybe headache, stomach ache, body pain. Yeah, for teenagers. So if your child keeps complaining of stomach pain, headache, persistent pain, check that child. You might see that the child is a bit isolated. You know, some child are a bit intimidated by their mates. It's not even being bullied. This is not being bullied. You see, some child goes to school, and when they are in a gathering, one of them is trying to talk, and the other one shut the other person up. You might feel they don't love her enough, and she withdraws into her shell. And when she goes home, she doesn't get attention from her parents. She's trying to talk to the mom, and the mom, you know, African mom. Oh, don't, before you say something, you shut the person, the child up. So the little child has so much going for her at that thinking age, and you feel she's okay, she's fine, she's playing, but she's not okay psychologically. She's not okay. She needs to be talked to. Some child are just too withdrawn into their shell, and if you talk to those children, you'll be so amazed what they have to say. You'll be amazed. You'll be shocked that, oh, you're going through this. But the thing is, like, so many people just like wipe it off when the child tells you that he's not feeling this. He's just like, and she's just seeking an attention. She's not seeking an attention. She needs something. She has something up going there. She needs to discuss with somebody. You know, because some children are not bold enough to relate, to speak out, to relate with their needs, and it's affecting them psychologically. So because of that, they kind of like isolate themselves. They are even somewhere they talk in this society, when they talk among their friends, before they say one thing, they tell them, shut up, they're not talking to you. And that thing shut them up. They don't have self-esteem. They don't have confidence in themselves. So by withdrawing gradually like that, they tend to be depressed. But you as an adult, you not in your wildest dream, like she can't be depressed. So a lot of things causes for teenagers.
And also, words get children into depression. If you keep cursing a child, keep telling a child a particular word, you're not good enough. Look at your mates. Look at this. You know, keep comparing that child, keep talking to the child, and the child might tend to begin to go into depression. And also, parents, you know that the self-esteem of that child is going down. You're disregarding that child. That child sees no good in himself. And at that such point, you say, what am I living for? Since I'm not useful to you, it's better I just maybe go take my life. You know, like you said, attention. When we talk about attention, we just feel is provide, buy clothes, give food. It goes more than that. Giving that attention we're talking about. Attention goes beyond buying clothes, taking care of them. Attention goes beyond. It goes to a point where you have to sit down, have one-on-one, have to have conversation. Look into the child's eye. The child looks into your eye. Two of you talk to each other. You try to make the child understand, I've been through your age. I've been through this stage. I know what you're going through. You know, someone was actually talking to me, a child of 15 years. And I told the child, say, do you know, I've been through your age. I know what you're talking about. I said, are you serious? I said, yes. I didn't just get up and I grow up like that. I know what you're saying. I understand it. And that made that child to somehow relax with me, to be able to vent, talk, relate. So a lot of things get children into depression. The case of Izu, that she mentioned. Izu felt nobody gave him listening things. Nobody wanted to hear me.
He keeps shutting it down.
Now, especially in the family, then you have house help, and your house help reports your child. You investigate the truth.
Sure.
Find out the truth. Is this thing? Did you really do this? And when you're trying to resolve the issue, resolve it in love. Don't be too harsh. Don't bring it up or judgmental, or begin to point out the things the child has done when he was from 3 years old till the time. You know, we African mothers, the way we relate and do things. You know, so that was Izu's case. Izu felt, in quotes, when your children are afraid of you, they can't relate with you.
And that's always the case.
That's it.
You
shut them down.
When your father is coming back and the children hear your horn, they feel that you're the lion tribe of the family. And they take off. Your mom is coming back, they say my mother will kill me. They can't, that is Izu's case. He can't talk to the mom, he can't talk to the father. And he feels, I've disappointed you. Always make your children understand that they are not disappointed, you are not disappointed in them. Make them understand no matter how bad it is, we can relate with you.
You know, it's even boiled down to building the child's confidence. Even if the child talks to the parents, what about the outside world? The world of the world the children face outside is even greater than what's the inside. Because you see, these children, they want to be accepted by their friends. It's really important. That's why we have peer pressure. Exactly. So that child needs to have confidence.
If you don't have boost that confidence.
You have to boost the child confidence. When you boost the child confidence, it's not even about bullying. When somebody talk down your child, the child should be able to defend themselves without being rude, without being aggressive, without even putting the next person down. So we need to boost the child's confidence. When you have confidence, even if you talk to me, I've seen a child that she was being spoken to in a very rude manner, and she just told the other child that I have better upbringing than that. I'm not going to reply you. Do you know the funniest part? This was in school, a boarding house. The other girl's mother was close by. She had to peep and look at the child that was talking. Because she was so impressed, she slapped her daughter.
Wow.
For the daughter, for the other girl.
Yeah.
That, did you hear what she just said? You said something nasty. But she said she was not going to reply. She was not going to dignify you with an answer. Because she had a better upbringing. And I guess the mother felt that was wrong. I guess the mother would have gone back home to do a proper
reorientation
on her child. That you can talk to people without bringing them down, without being rude, without being nasty, and your message is passed across. If that girl in question does not have confidence in herself, being built in herself, the situation would have been been terrible. She would have just withdrawn into her shell. When she sees that girl talking in public, she won't talk. Because she will be afraid that she's going to talk down and make the other one are going to make jest of her, and she'll probably keep quiet.
Exactly, and she doesn't want to face that.
And she doesn't want to face that. That is where depression starts.
To further buttress what you both said, attention to kids. People tend to forget the fact that they are kids. And they're kids for a reason, because they want to be heard. They want to express themselves. So if you're not there for them to express themselves, they're sort of cartoon or comical in nature. So you have to come down to the level to understand them as well. You talked about having a house help, and if the child does something and house help reports, you don't talk down on your child immediately. Those kids they tend to pick sides easily. So mommy doesn't, they can easily move, so mommy doesn't love me, so then he doesn't love me, just because a little thing. It might be you just snatch candy from the mouth, so you just tell them, oh, don't play here, or don't go there. They already start feeling that way. So when you correct that child in front of the house help, let it not be like it's an adult child thing, like she's older than you, she's your auntie, you're supposed to do this. No. Let her understand the reasons why this is
done that way.
And there's something I also want to point out. A child can be depressed at home and not be depressed in school. A child can be depressed in school and not be depressed at home. Because in school you can have those friends that you love, that you always are around. But when you get home, because of the busy schedules your parents go through, there are some same kids that don't tend to see their dads every morning before they go to school. So they don't get to spend more time with their family. Most families get to sit down and eat together, have dinner together. No. By the time the father gets back from work, the child is asleep. So they don't have that love, that feel, that bond with their parents at home. So whenever it's time for them to get home, you see them. So when they get home, they start talking, okay, I've eaten, watch cartoon, I'll go to bed, that's all. But when they go back home to school, they're like, okay, I can mingle with my friends, my peer groups,
relaxed
and it can be vice versa. It can be the other way at home. So when you offer you give attention to your kids, like you said, look into their eyes, it goes beyond, hey, have you put your capsule in your bag? Your biscuits, okay, off to school now. Mommy loves you, give a peck. It goes beyond that. If your child gets to a certain age and you don't know your child's best friend, you don't know the name of your child's best friend, your child cannot come out and tell you, Mommy, do you know that? What's your today? She said, Mommy, do you know that answer this question in school? Do you know? And you don't have that, with that child, that bond, that will bring that. You see, when they experience anything in school, they want to come back home and be happy and express it with you. So you feel that joy too.
Do you know, sorry to cut you short, do you know the question I always get asked my kids every time, I don't get it, Phil, how was your day? When I was growing up, I don't think anybody asked me that question.
Exactly.
Nobody even told you I love you. So things our parents didn't do, or things our parents overlooked, is what I'm just we should try to, how was your day? So what did this person do in school today? Do you have any tips for me?
The confidence our parents gave us then, as in we are not giving our kids now, because of social media, so many things are taking that away. Because, sorry darling, you know what I mean by confidence? In the olden days, you go out to your mom, she looks at you,
A language. Just a copy.
I'm telling you, she adjusted. And you know what your mom wants. Without speaking, you know what your mom wants. You know, because of the social media, the way the 21st century is now, you don't do that with the kids because they're always there. You know, so our parents then they gave us the confidence, but we never knew they gave us that confidence. Because even now we try to do it to our kids and like, Mommy, why are you looking at me? Like, Mommy, why is something at me? It's so annoying. Exactly. It's so annoying. That's part of the confidence we had then, but we never knew it was confidence. We thought it was like, oh, we're growing up. Just as you said, just as you said. Nobody ever said, I love you. But there's a way they show it. There's a way they show it. You understand? But we, because of, I think maybe because of society now, we tend to do the gadgets. We feel when he has PlayStation, he has a Wii, it's fine. Yes, those are things. Yes, cover up for all those. But our parents, they didn't buy all those. Yep. They sit and talk to you. That is the confidence. Yeah. They will sit for money and talk to you. They will tell you that if you grow up and be bad, that's your problem. That's your life. So it's part of that confidence. But we hardly do that now. Each of parents, hardly do we sit down and start telling our children story of our life. But my mom will tell you the story of her life, how she suffered, where she started from and where she ended from. Yeah. That's part of the confidence. I remember when I was going into the university, and that was my first time out of Lagos, away from her. You know what she told me? She told me she will give me all the freedom I want in this world because she knows she has done a good job. And that stuck with me for a very long time. When I was in school, I could party, I could do anything, but I always have that thing at the back of my mind. You see, I was not, how will I say, what I was in school, that was what I was at home. Then I used to be very wild. I had crazy hairstyles. But not when my parents are coming, especially my mom, I'll run and go and change. She sees me with that. My uncles even tease me, Faye gold, Faye diamond, Faye silver, Faye purple. Because she has given me that confidence. She allowed me to grow. She didn't make up with gadgets. She doesn't buy back. It's words. She talks to me every day. And it gives me confidence. That is it. So that's one thing our parents did there that we're not doing now. We don't talk. We don't interact. Yes. We don't give them enough words. If I come back now, I give my daughter something very big or whatever. She's so happy. That to her is a sign of love. Because she feels other kids does not have that. She had that mommy loves her. But I am not giving her that vibe. Talking to her. This is how it's supposed to be. This is how it's... back then, our moms never get tired of talking. They will talk from morning till night. You just like, would stop? Would this woman stop? And you know the most funny part, even when they are talking, you'll be there holding your hand, listening. You can't step out. You can't go anywhere. No. When you even correct some of them, their face is all squeezed. They even walk away. She understand. So that's the confidence our parents gave us. So that's where we are missing it.
Okay, before we round up, what I wanted to chip in, before I forget it, is depression on children. Parents can cause depression on children. Yeah, everybody will wonder. When you abuse their mother in front of them, they are getting depressed. When both of you always quarrel in front of your children, those children are getting depressed. Because when we say society, you don't understand what you mean by society, it's part of it. Yeah. When you always call their mother names or beat their mother up, or violence. So you're causing them depression in their mind. They're just beginning to think, oh, this is the way marriage is. So this is the way parents behave. Oh, this is that. Some of them will be like, what am I living for? No expectation from them. I'm not happy. Just like he said, they can be happy in the house, not in the school. They can be happy in the school and not at home. And this is part of what will make them not to be happy at home.
And also trying to be there in every stage of a child's life.
Right.
You have PTA meetings, trying to be there. You have end of the year parties or ceremony, graduation. Your child wants to see you there and you're smiling at him.
That's
or her,
Yeah,
or seeing
watching
that
them,
award.
yes.
Yeah, I did it for my mom, my dad, they're proud. You know, even cuts across the whole teenagers, even when you matriculate, go for your child's matriculation. No one ever came for mine. You know, so another thing again is that it's a shame that we're actually talking about depression in kids. It never used to be.
Yes.
But you know why now? Because
I'm
now
like,
there's
why?
so much weight. There's so much weight on the modern day child.
Child now.
Take that weight off their shoulders. It's because